Demon Skin is a violent hack-and-slash game set in a dark fantasy world that combines innovative combat systems, RPG elements, and fighting game characteristics. The game has a complicated fighting system in which understanding multiple postures allows for quick parrying and lethal finishing moves. Experience allows players to learn new combinations and improve their health, stamina, and attack strength. The game has a large armory of over 30 edged and blunt weapons, each of which is efficient against a certain opponent type. Players can also uncover hidden rare artifacts and weapons. Nefarious is a 2D action platformer in which players take on the role of the villain Crow, who seeks to abduct princesses for his devastating death ray, the Doomhowitzer. One distinct feature is reverse boss encounters, in which players fight against the hero rather than as the hero themselves. As the game progresses, players can go to 5 other kingdoms, each with its own set of challenges and foes. They may acquire various ammunition types and modify their explosive punches, which adds complexity and diversity to the action. The Last Spell is a tactical role-playing game with rogue elite elements in which players must defend a city from dangerous foes. The game is a tactical turn-based RPG featuring a slew of attributes, talents, perks, and qualities. During the day, players must prepare their heroes, restore their haven, and place their defenders. Over the course of the night, they must slay enemies using a variety of weapons and talents. The game asks players to balance healing and mana, and they must react to swarms of foes with limited resources. Chained Echoes is a 16-bit RPG set in a fantasy world in which heroes journey to Volandis to put an end to the battle between the kingdoms. The game's setting is varied, ranging from wind-tanned plateaus to buried towns and lost dungeons. To explore the area packed with attractive personalities, fantastic vistas, and ferocious adversaries, players can utilize swords, magic, or board their mechs. The game has a play period of 30 to 40 hours, fast-paced turn-based combat. Thirsty Suitors is a game that delves into topics of culture, relationships, family dynamics, and personal expression. Jayla, the heroine, endures hurdles from her demanding parents, ex-partners, and Nani, her family's matriarch. The game includes cinematic battles, skating, and culinary portions. Players control Jayla as she navigates Timber Hills, Barefoot Park, and Cooking Park, all while attempting to impress her mother and reconcile their rocky relationship. Thirsty Suitors is a visually gorgeous and engaging game experience.
Terrifying.
The peoples of the Tower, a world split by communication, are about to be reunited by a traveler who can break down the walls and restore harmony. Drawing on the Tale of Babel, the traveler must negotiate a labyrinth of epic proportions, using old languages as both a lock and a key to restore connections. The trip entails traveling huge landscapes, discovering hidden rooms, and encountering a variety of personalities, each with their own mysteries. The traveler must decode long-lost documents and manuscripts, discover the actual purpose of the tower, and overcome obstacles. This turn-based survival game takes players on a post-apocalyptic trip throughout America, with the goal of ensuring the safety of a group of travelers, navigating perilous terrains, facing horrifying monsters, and scavenging for necessary resources like as gasoline, first aid kits, and weaponry are all part of the game. Each action has ramifications, and fuel is critical. Players must prioritize safety and gather as much gas as possible. The game includes a variety of settings, random stages and characters, as well as things such as medkits, shields, axes, potted plants, scavenged armor, and baggage racks.
Mighty Switch Force!
In Mighty Switch Force, players take on the role of Officer Patricia Wagon, a robotic peacekeeper entrusted with preserving planet land and eliminating attackers. The game includes exciting combat, shifting blocks between the foreground and backdrop, and following the hooligan sisters. In Mighty Switch Force 2, players utilize a fire hose to put out deadly flames and save prospective victims. In Mighty Switch Force Academy, players train new recruits on huge HD levels that include cooperative and competitive modes for up to 4 players. The game offers a fun police enforcement experience. RFL Enhanced Edition is a one-of-a-kind game that combines features of Japanese-style 16-bit role-playing games, Western RPG, graphic novels, and adventure titles. RFL is geared for adventure with an open environment accessible from the protagonist's hometown. Players can personalize their avatars to suit their playstyle and face off against distinct bosses. The game is centered on lively individuals who encounter obstacles and unexpected turns as the curse spreads. The game has a redesigned fighting system, new character classes, side missions, crafting, and enchanting systems. The game is based on dreams that emerge during times of sadness, creating a unique realm known as the Black Crow's Dream. The protagonist must travel a dark and perilous spiritual realm, conquering obstacles and eradicating nightmares in the Black Crow's Dream. The game has a fluid action system and a diverse skill set, allowing the protagonist to battle freely. Players can learn new talents and combinations by exploring their dreams. The game concludes in 10 intricate boss wars, each with its own fighting style and identity background.
It's coming from this tower.
We must save the village.
Astalon Tears of the Earth is an action platformer set in a post-apocalyptic desert where 3 heroes must save their hamlet from a looming tower. The tower contains the secret to their survival, and one hero has made an agreement with Prometheus, the Titan of Death, to be reincarnated. The game tells a narrative of cooperation and self-sacrifice, with characters such as Arias, Huli, and Algus exploring the tower. Players may swap between heroes and utilize their distinct powers to conquer obstacles and battle a wide range of enemies. A little girl, saved by a mysterious wizard, embarks on a treacherous expedition to find the lost ruins. They engage in strategic battles with medieval weaponry, study spellcasting with wands, tonics, and scrolls, and customize their character to suit their playstyle. Supplies like as fire resistance and healing powers provide unique tactical chances. Players can also get an edge by burning flammable materials with lanterns or freezing water to construct passageways. To overcome the challenges and get an edge in the perilous environment, players must employ strategic thinking and carefully select their gear. Smelter is a game inspired by the vintage 16-bit period that combines strategic and action platforming aspects. Players control Smelter and Eve, as well as Zerm soldiers, as they extend their dominion over the Rumbly lands. The game has 2 modes: Classic Mode, which features top-down strategy stages, and Action Mode, which includes side-scrolling platforming difficulties. Classic Mode allows players to create battle and grow their army while acquiring and upgrading elemental action talents to combat adversaries and navigate dangerous situations. Rise of the Third Power is a retro-inspired role-playing game set in late 1930s Europe, centered on Rhine's political scene during the Age of Sail. The game follows 8 people, each with their own goals and characteristics, as they start on a journey to depose the Arcadian ruler Dmitry Noraskov. The game digs into political intrigue and the global recovery after World War I. It has a proprietary fighting system with 8 playable characters, enabling several players to fight at the same time. The game also has a permanent equipment system, which allows players to seek for 192 upgrades. Featuring the Diabolical Mind trilogy, an exciting mix of Xenon Valkyrie and Riddled Corpses EX. Explore King Dusgar's dungeons and vanquish his henchmen. Choose from 8 different heroes, each with their own set of attributes and skills, and join forces in local cooperative mode. Procedurally created dungeons and evocative chiptune music complement the twin-stick shooting action perfectly. For global accessibility, the game has been translated into 4 languages. Explore the legend of Thosgar, a once feared monarch who became an evil creature. Riddled Corpses EX is an 8-bit type and 16-bit type twin-stick shooter in the arcade style. Players must carefully select their characters, each with their own set of powers and special goods. The game has a fast-paced, engrossing gameplay with 60 frames per second frame rate. For added excitement, it includes a 2-player local cooperative option. With 6 characters, each with unique attributes and abilities, players may tailor their playstyle to their tastes. Players may compete on the internet leaderboard and enjoy high-quality chiptune music. Xenon Valkyrie is a roguelike platformer set in the bowels of the moon, where players must stop a terrible witch's evil ambitions. The game boasts vintage visuals and high-quality chiptune music, and players may level up and unlock the Valkyrie's incredible skills. With over 100 things to uncover, several bosses and monsters to defeat, and RPG aspects, Xenon Valkyrie will keep you entertained for hours. The classic chiptune soundtrack complements the game's retro design, while the severe difficulty and permadeath feature bring an added element of thrill and intensity to the experience.
Prepare yourself.
The game has a custom-made combat engine, swords, nunchakus, and bow staffs, as well as unique moves for each character. It has a captivating tale with pixel art cutscenes, a plethora of adversaries with distinct movements and weapons, fierce boss battles, an arcade mode, parrying attacks, projectiles, and traps, and uncovering hidden regions. Players may also participate in a local co-op mode in which they must heal each other in order to win. The game takes place in a magical, mythical version of Okinawa and boasts a quick, fluid fighting system with a variety of attacks, combos, juggles, and an easy parrying system. Thanks everyone for watching. If you liked any one of these games, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Hope to see you on the next one. And stay awesome!